Hello everyone, welcome to our fourth tutorial, which will be dedicated to showing you how the add-on function works with Opera. Basically, the add-on function is a copy-paste of one existing reservation with all the very same details and preferences, and giving you the opportunity to copy-paste it and just change the dates of the reservation. I will also furthermore give you some tips on add-ons and how to use it in order to be most efficient. So basically the standard add-on is for an existing reservation, therefore you have to go into update reservation, you go and look for the reservation you're interested in, and we know and hear that Mr. Craig would like to first of all extend his stay and then to make another reservation. So basically, what are we going to do? We're going to first update his reservation. So you can at all times you can always update the profiles by clicking on the profile here. You can add, remove, change information, or you can do the same with the reservations. So here we know that initially he wanted to stay for one night and he is extending his stay by 5 nights, staying for a total of 6. So therefore you go into 6, you save it, OK, and you have updated Mr. Craig's reservation. OK, therefore you click on save in order to save this information. Now if you want to create an add-on which will copy exactly the same preferences, the same profile, the same phone number, the same preferences here, and the same room, you go into options and you have here add-on. Basically you click on add-on. Which of these attributes do you want to copy? We want to copy them all, so we click on OK. And here you see that we have the previous reservation from Mr. Craig, and we have a new window with a new reservation that we need to set up. Basically, Mr. Craig will be coming to our hotel on the 15th of January 2016 and leaving on the 19th, which is for 4 nights if I'm right. That's it. For 4 nights, same reservation, same number of people, same number of rooms, same room type, same rate type, and everything remains exactly the same. If you click on save, then you will see that it gives you another confirmation number. OK, and this one is considered the prospect because again you see that we are now dealing with 2 reservations. And that's it. You have created a copy-pasted reservation which is exactly the same. Alright, basically that's it for now. Close it, close it. And now if you go into the guest search, you see that now we have 2 reservations exactly the same. However, this feature of add-on is also very, very useful if you, for example, have an initial reservation that then is transformed into further details. Let's have a look at, for example, Mr. George Marshall. So basically, we want to make a new reservation for him. He's arriving today and staying for 2 nights. In the reservation detail, we know that he is staying with 4 adults and he's booking 2 rooms. The guest name is Marshall, so we need to make sure, do we know this guy? So we go into the profile search. We don't have, so we create a new one, and the name is Marshall. Marshall George. It's a Mr. We have his home address, 67 Pinewood Avenue. This is located in Sidap. Postal code is DA158BB. The country code is Great Britain. Mr. Marshall is not specified any VIP segment. We know that we don't know about his nationality either. However, we know that he requested a champagne bottle in his room. So again, you can do it in the reservation profile, or you can here, this is what I'm going to do. So basically, we don't have any more information about the guest. Click on OK. He creates the profile of the customer. Then we know that he wants oh yes, we had further information, I'll come back to it. He wants a standard double at the rack rate. Okay, again, he's coming here for 2 nights, 4 adults, 2 rooms. I missed out some information here, so I can always come back to it and add some. We know that he's American, and therefore his nationality will be US. So you save, click on OK. That's it. Now we want to go forward. We know that this is a travel agency reservation, therefore you can go and look for the travel agency. Hopefully this is Niemann & Schultz, therefore we have already the profile. You click on OK. You need to add the contact, and therefore we have, again, we need to specify again that the reservation will be Nilsson and the billing will be Martin. So Martin will be the billing and reservation will be Nilsson. Again, as we created the relationship, it proposes us automatically the 2 contacts. You click on OK. Therefore, we have a travel agency reservation with Mrs. Nilsson being now the contact detail of this person. Okay, I think we need to also specify here that in the specials he wants champagne in the room. So you click on OK. Yes, I attach it to the profile of the customer. We have the ETA, which is 3 p.m. Reservation type is guaranteed voucher. And the source is is not specified, and therefore I will choose fax because we were given a fax number. The payment will be it's not specified either, so we're going to use Visa. Okay. Now, we forgot also to put in Mr. Marshall's options. We go into the preferences, because they want non-smoking north view. So again, room feature north. Okay, you create a new one. Smoking options will be non-smoking. Okay, close, close. You save. You say okay. You back to the reservation again. So now we have the preferences. We have the contacts. We have the company. Now we need to do the routing instructions. When you click on options, it will save the reservation. You have the reservation number here. Okay. Now you go on the routing instructions. You route to a window. You select the travel agent, and the transaction is, as mentioned, room and tax. So room and tax is RO. Select it. Click on OK. OK. And close. And close. Now we have the routing instructions. You save it again. And you can close. Basically, this was the initial reservation. And later on in the process, we hear that the Marshall reservation has been updated. So let me enter here the correct. And we go back into the reservation of Mr. Marshall. And what do we hear and what do we learn about Mr. and Mrs. Marshall? First of all, we learn that George Marshall wants to share a room with Miss Annie Mum in the first room. That the second room that they booked is for Mr. and Mrs. John Martin. Okay, so here we're gonna have to do an add-on. But before we do so, because again, the initial reservation was for 4 adults and 2 rooms. Now we have all this sufficient information in order to make it 2 individual reservations of 2 adults and 1 room. So we changed the number of adults and the number of rooms. Okay, so you change this first. Okay, it updates the reservation. Now you go into options, add-on. Okay, you copy everything, and instead here of having Mr. and Mrs. Marshall, you create a new one, and it's going to be 004 Mr. Martin, John. So it's Mr. and Mrs. You can select that in here. You have Mr. and Mrs. We don't have the address, but however, we click on OK. Basically, what did we do? We took the reservation from Mr. Marshall, we copy-paste it, and we change the guest name by creating a new profile, and therefore it's the same reservation. You save it again. Do you want to attach the room features to the profile? Yes, we do. Gives you the... And as you can see, if you copy everything from Mr. Marshall, then we copy also the routing instruction and the preferences, which is very handy, isn't it? Now you can close this one, close again, and you are back into Mr. Marshall reservation. And now you're ready to enter the sharing option for Mr. Marshall. So you go into options and not add-on but shares. Okay, so you have to combine. Yes, I want to copy the payment details. It's a profile. The name is Mum. Therefore 004 we need to go and look for Mrs. Mum. Do we have her into the database? No. Therefore we create a new one. So the name is Mum. Annie, and she's a miss. We don't have any further information. The remaining information will be collected upon check-in. So we click on OK. We created then a profile for Mrs. Annie. The reservation type is guaranteed CC. OK. So again here, as we add on a new guest, we will have a double charge of this very same room, and therefore you need to split it in order to break it into 2 people evenly. Now you can click on OK, close, and now we have Mr. Marshall sharing with Annie Moon. And that's it. We have recorded several things. We did the add-on and the sharing at the same time. We can close now. And you can see that now Mr. Marshall is sharing with Mrs. Moon the same room. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that it is guaranteed voucher because they come with a travel agent. Okay, that's it. I hope this video was of an interest to you. Thank you for your attention. And